Hi, and welcome back to this series of videos on the Sony MLS-X1 production switcher. Today we're going to talk about the user access control function, which is new in version 2.4. That mainly concerns the menu, so I'm going to take you over to our menu panel and walk you through. First of all, we're logged in as the admin account at the moment, and the admin account is your basic starting account that you'll get when you install the switcher, and it's where you can manage everything from. So if we take a look at the menu here, I can see I have all of the menus down the left-hand side, all of the MEs, frame memory options, registers, utilities, the lot. Everything's included in there within the admin profile. If I come over to the three dots menu just here, you can see that I am logged in as the admin in this box just here. I'm going to jump into the system configuration menu now, as that's where we can set a few other options. The home menu looks like this, it's accessed like that, and the system configuration is over here if you need to jump into it. It's a little bit more buried. Down on the left, I'm going to go to user accounts, and we can go to the manage users section. Over here we can see our current user is admin, and there are two users currently set up on this switcher, the admin account and an account I've called Jacob. In this column over here, we have groups. The admin account is always within the admin group, and then you can see that my username, Jacob, is within the graphics group. We can take a look at the groups now under Manage Groups. There are three total. We've discussed admin. The basic users group is where other users that you create belong, and then I've created graphics. So if we take a look at graphics now, we can see that on the right-hand side of the screen, we get a column showing us exactly which settings I can access in that user group. So I have access to panel 1 when I log in. I have no access to any virtual shop boxes if they're in use. And I have the following menus. You can see I have the content menu, I have ME1 main, but none of the other ones. I have part of the frame memory stack. You can see this by the partially filled in blue box, and if I click the arrow, we can see that that includes frame memory 1 and 2, and the frame memory common menu only. I've also got clip players, and I've also got register options just there. I can add and delete groups down here, and I can edit group names too. So if I just log in another tab to my user account I created, you'll see what that slightly more restricted menu looks like. So it has its own username and password, which I'll type in now. And you can see when I access the menu that it is much, much smaller on the left-hand side. So all I've got, even in my home menu, everything else is grayed out. I've just got my frame memory options, and you can see that's just frame memory 1 and 2 in the common. I've got my clip players, I have the registers as I gave those to this account, and I have ME1 only. Now let's have a look at creating a group and how much we can control. So back in my admin account, I'm going to create a new group, and this is going to be for a screens operator. So I'll call it screens, and OK that. And then I'm going to take a look and see what we can give them. First of all, they're only going to have panel 1 as well, and they're not going to have virtual shopbox access. I'm going to untick all menus, and then I'm going to work through and find out what they need. So they're going to have the content menu for managing files in the switcher, and I'm going to give them ME1 main as well to manage some screen stuff. Now, let's say I've split the ME, or I'm working with part of ME1. I'm only going to give them the first 4 keys and the common menu with bus and transition included too. I'm also going to give them access to 2 frame memories, 15 and 16, on the common menu, and I'm going to give them 2 clip stores, 3 and 4, from the clip player, and the common menu too. They're also going to need access to the aux buses, so under other effects, I'm going to tick the aux buses menu as well. I could go into more detail and take away color correction or cross points depending on what they need, but I'm going to give them both for now. So that's my screens user group. Then I'm going to create a user for those screens as well. We're going to call the username screens. The system's now going to ask me for a password for this account, which I'm going to pop in this box just here, making sure that the second password is exactly the same as the switcher will confirm this. I'm going to give them the screens group, and I'm going to hit OK. You can now see we have a new username in our list, screens, and they come from the group screens. I'm going to jump into my other tab now, and I'm going to log in as the screens account this time. So I can sign out up here, and this time I'm going to log in as screens. I'm going to use my password I just set, and wait for the switcher to sign me in. This time you'll see I've got everything I added to that group. So I have ME1 with just 4 keys. I've got the content menu for managing files. I have frame memory 15 and 16. and the common channel, I have clip player 3 and 4 and its common menu, and I've got aux buses for routing things out, controlling aux mixes or performing other actions on aux buses. So right there I've created a custom menu screen that someone could use on another device or a tablet somewhere else in the production control room or somewhere else to operate the screens at the back of the set, feed clips out to plasmas and handle other tasks that I don't need to do whilst I'm switching the show. So that's a really great use case of the user access control features of version 2.4 of the MLS-X1.